Hi guys, and thank you for joining me for another video. Today I have an updated cage tour for Polo. So Polo's my Russian dwarf and he lives in this cage here, which is the Paw Hut hamster cage. I'm actually really happy with how this one turned out. I decided to make some cardboard like dividers. You can see one there and one over this side here. This one has a tunnel in it. And this was so I could make two deep areas of bedding but still have a low area in the middle, because this is the best place for things like a wheel and a sand bath. They don't sit really well on top of massive piles of bedding. So this was my best way of kind of like splitting it up and also making sure there wasn't a massive drop from the top shelf, because this cage also has two shelves, which I'm still really undecided on. With this setup, the cage does look really good, and I think it's also really practical. He pretty much uses everything. I've seen him explore the whole thing, so that's always a good sign. Hanging off the top of the lid I have this little chew. So this is a circular chew. I bought this from a stand at the National Pet Show, and I can't remember the name of the stand. So I'm not too sure where it's from. We have this corner hide. This is one from Zooplus. For bedding we have Orbeos. This is pretty much all over everywhere in the cage. There's like a thin layer of Orbeos, just because I find it's the best to protect the wood. And then there's different beddings on top of that. So first off we have some Carefresh just coming out of this hide. And this top shelf is pretty much scattered with chews. And then you get to this bit here and there's some forage mix as well. A couple more chews at the back there. We have some millet. And this castle, so this castle is by Trixie. I originally bought this for Pat, but there wasn't really any room in his cage for it this time, so I've given it to Polo, and he actually can fit through it all right, which I thought it was going to be a little small for him, but I've seen him exploring it, which is really nice. So moving on down to the next little bit, there's this little bendy bridge here with some moss on it, and then we have this cardboard tunnel, another little cardboard tunnel, a chew, and this grassy hide. This one is a little big for Polo. It's more Syrian sized, but he still uses it, and I think it's a really nice hide to put on such a deep area of bedding because it doesn't have a base. It really encourages them to tunnel down. And this is just a little look at the bedding again. There's that layer of Orbeos I was talking about. And then in this bit we have teabag bedding, Katie Clean and Cozy, like the normal white Clean and Cozy. And then there's just a bit of the coloured stuff on top I had left over from Christmas and I wanted to use it up. And I think it looks pretty nice. So moving on to this next bit with the much lower bedding, there's a little cardboard tunnel so you can get through from the deep side to this low side. And then we have his food and water. His Trixie wheel, we have this piece of wood, and there's just a couple of chews. We have a carrot at the front and then a donut at the back. Going up onto the shelf that comes with the cage, we have a sand bath with a little cardboard hide, some edible moss on top of the hide as well, and then a little bendy bridge to get in and out. And again over this side we have the teabag bedding, the Katie Clean and Cozy, the normal white, and then there is some coloured stuff at the top. We have a grass tunnel at the back, then a little edible hide, which could probably do with replacing. I think it's been chewed on a little too much. Then we have a smaller grass nest, there's a little entrance at the front, and then top and bottom. So again, a baseless hide, which is brilliant to encourage tunnelling. And then last up we have this willow tunnel here. So that is pretty much everything in the cage, bar a few chews that I probably skipped over. But if you do have any questions about where anything is from, please ask me in the comments and I'll get back to you. But I hope you enjoyed this cage tour, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.